Welcome to Mrs. Baza's 6th grade math video lesson. We're going to look at division of whole numbers, number 3, but this time we're looking at word problems. Please do not use a calculator, but you may use your multiplication chart. Let's review. Let's review first our vocabulary. We have 3 words that we need to know. We have dividend, divisor, and quotient. We also have some division symbols we need to refer to. We have the traditional division symbol. We have the division symbol used in long division. And we also have the slash. And it is used when we need to work on a computer and we don't have access to these other symbols. Now let's look at some division action words or signal words. We need to know these words when we are working with word problems. So here are some that you might encounter when you are working a division problem that is written as word problems. We have per, divide, or divided by, each, equal parts, evenly, every, out of, ratio, shared equally, split, average, and put into. Let's look at an example. Here's our example. 84 books are to be put into 3 stacks with the same number in each stack. How many books will be in each stack? Well, looking at this problem, let's look at the parts we need to solve the question. Well, notice we have 84 written in words, and we have 3 written as a word. So we know we need 84 and 3. Now if I look for this time, I'm looking for those key words or action words or signal words to help us decide what we do with these 2 numbers, 84 and 3. Notice we have put into and each. And the question, how many books will be in each? Those signal words or action words tell us we are to divide. So now let's divide. First, let's begin by using the long division symbol. So I write the symbol. The dividend goes inside the box. The divisor goes outside of the box. And now let us begin. We need to know, well, how many 3s can we get out of 8? So I'm going to make a little note here to help us out. Let's start with 3 times 2. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. Well, that's pretty close to 8. Can we get any closer? Well, let's see. How about 3 times 3? 3 times 3 is 9. Well, 9 is more than 8, so we know that we cannot use 3 times 3. But we can use 3 times 2. So how many 3s are in 8? 2. So we write the 2 above the 8. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. And now we drop that 4 into place. Now we need to find out, well, how many 3s are in 24? Well, let's make a note over on the side. How about 3 times 8? Well, 3 times 8 is 24. That's what we're looking for. So now we know how many 3's are in 24? 8. And we put that above the 4. 8 times 3 is 24. And again, we subtract and we get a 0. Remember, this 0 tells us that we are finished and we do not have any remainders. Now let's do this problem again, but let's use our box method. So to do the box method, we know we have 84 and it has 2 digits. So I'm going to make my rectangle with 2 columns. The 8 is going to go in the upper right of the first column, and the 4 is going to go in the upper right of the second column. The divisor is 3, that goes out in front. Now let's begin. How many 3's can we get out of 8? Well, we've already found that's 2. 2 times 3 is 6, and we subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Now I'm going to carry that 2 up to the next column. So now I have 24. How many 3's are in 24? Well, we've already found that it's 8. So I'm going to put the 8 here above the second column. 8 times 3 is 24. So now I subtract. 24 minus 24 is 0. That 0, remember, tells us that we are finished with the problem and we do not have any remainders. So now let's go back up to the answer. We now know 84 divided by 3 is 28. But when you work with a word problem, you are to label it. So now let's talk about, well, how do you find the label? Well, to do this, you find the question. And let's read the question. How many books will be in each stack? When the questions are written like this, you should be thinking, how many what? The word that answers the what is your label. How many what? Books? That is your label. So how many books? 28 books. That's the proper answer to this word problem. Now let's look at the practice I would like for you to do. This is division of whole numbers number 3. This is again word problems. Write each problem as a division problem, and I've shown you 2 different ways to do that. Do not use a calculator. You may use your personal whiteboard or paper and pencil, and you can use your multiplication chart. Do not include commas in your answers in Edulastic. Be sure though to include a $ in front of the number for problems involving money. I do want you to label. So be sure when you label, $ symbol goes in front. Word labels go behind the number in your answer. There are 10 problems I want you to practice. So on this first page, there are 4, and the next page have the rest. Now, be careful as you work these problems. There are a couple that you will find that you are going to have to spend a little more time on because you're going to do more than just divide. So take your time, work carefully. Please follow the link to Edulastic to input your answers. Once you submit, Edulastic will tell you if your answer is correct or not, and it will give you the correct answer. Thank you.